Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here of the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your planning outlook updated on Friday evening, the 26th of April. Now, the weekend starts off with a rather disturbed weather pattern as low pressure is in charge, but the overall message for the next week to 10 days looks fairly quiet. One or two complications from day to day in terms of showers, but often winds will be light. There'll be some good clearances of cloud to many higher tops. Just a bit cool, I suggest, for a few days at least at the start of May. Let's have a look at the charts for the weekend first of all, and as suggested in the video on Tuesday, we've got an area of low pressure that's stuck over the country, that moving eastwards through the day, and it's a rather poor looking day. Gales or severe gale force winds across the hills of Wales. Those strong winds will extend further towards Pennine areas as the day goes on, and also across the west and southwestern parts of Scotland, winds nudging gale force. Areas of rain, some heavy showers, all in all not a good looking day for many places. Northern Scotland may just escape the worst of that. Check all your local details, of course, on our website. Sunday sees an improvement with that low moving away eastwards. We've got a ridge of higher pressure building in, winds dropping lighter as the isobars open out. Some complications may just be left though, as the wraparound of an old front and a new one coming in from the Atlantic all get tangled up, so there could still be a few areas of showers still just left locally, but overall it's a better looking day. If we just skip across to the temperature chart, this at 850 millibars, and over the weekend it will be just below freezing on some of the higher tops, so there may well be some snow on the high tops through Saturday in that system. And temperatures will tend to lift just above freezing on the highest tops through Sunday daytime, maybe starting off just below, and that trend towards above freezing temperatures will continue onwards into Monday. As we go onwards though to the first few days of May, it looks as though some chillier air tries to come back in. It's generally just above freezing at first, but as we just draw something down from the north, it may well be that as the week goes on, Scotland in particular sees values dip back just below freezing on the highest tops, and a rather cool feel for many. Nothing desperately wintry, but just one that is much different to what we saw over the Easter period, with trends then through the May Day weekend of becoming somewhat warmer again. We'll have to wait and see if we get a genuinely warm bank holiday weekend again, a long way off just at the moment for that one. Looking back then to the charts for the start of the upcoming week, and some complications just left behind. Pressure is generally building and it's a fairly slack pressure pattern, so not too much in the way of wind, but bits of old fronts may still be loitering around and complications with those exactly where they are. There could just be a zone of rain somewhere around. This chart suggests it's across Wales. I wouldn't absolutely say it's guaranteed to be there, but just maybe a spoiler for a few spots on Monday. Otherwise, many places getting away with a dry, bright picture with cloud lifting above many tops. And that should be true for many again into Tuesday. Slack high pressure is around. Again, something of a complication of an old front shown here somewhere across Ireland. That may again be a bit further in towards Britain, but I would still suggest that most places should be in for a fair day. Touch of frost first thing in some of the valleys and the glens. And again, there's just the scope for some complications into the middle of the week, maybe just that scope for a few showers locally. Pressure is slack. It may just be that the atmosphere is unstable enough with a few troughs to produce one or two areas of showers. Shouldn't come to much for many places, but just be alert that it's not a completely bone dry story for the week ahead, but not too much of an isobar on the chart, so winds will be looking light. With such a slack pressure pattern, it's always tricky just to see where things go next. It won't take much to nudge things round one way or the other, but the indications just at the start of May is drawing down something of a northerly type of flow with slack high pressure to the west of us, something of low pressure around Scandinavia. It's that feed of air just gently coming around from the Arctic. There's low pressure over the Atlantic, and that's trying to push more of a southwesterly in from the Azores with time, and it looks as though that's what develops to give something of a warming trend into that May Day weekend. How soon anything of any incoming fronts comes in, well, that's open to question. It looks as though fairly high pressure is still nearby, but just be on the watch out, I suppose, for weather systems trying to bully their way in from the Atlantic, again to be perhaps a spoiler as that bank holiday does go on. So we'll keep an eye on that one as always and update the video on Tuesday with a few more thoughts towards that May Day weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.